Well, welcome back, folks. It is Sunday, January 23rd, and I just wanted to give you a quick update. Again, everything you're about to hear and see is not financial advice, like always. Please feel free to do your own due diligence, and I always welcome any comments and subscribes. Thank you very much. All right, so we're going to get into the early sealed buyout again. This is sealed product from anything from Alpha, Beta, Welcome to Jalera, and Raise. And so we have got some recent sales of Beta Booster Box for $800 USD on January 18th, as well as $150 for the two-player starter. Unfortunately, since the last sale on eBay, that is actually a lower price. So, maybe the market's just correcting a little bit, but there is very limited supply out there. So we'll see what happens. When it comes to Welcome to Jalera, we have not had anything publicly sold since the middle of December, so I'm looking forward to seeing some new updates on that. And with Raise, we did have a box sell for $358 US on January 15th, and so again, that is a little bit less than the last known sale on eBay, but again, there's a lot of correction going on in various markets right now. So when we look at the active listings on eBay, we see some beta stuff that came out. So there's a new box that came up for just over $1,020. That's a German listing. And we do see one of the other boxes dropped, I believe, from $887 down to $844, the listing. And the same thing with the two-player starter. It looks like one of them has dropped their price. When we move on to Welcome to Jalera, we have some new listings from the UK and Germany, especially anywhere from looks like $625, $600 all the way up to $1,355. So there is a little bit more movement of listings there, and be curious to see what happens when those start to sell. And from Raise, again, we have some probably the same sellers for Germany and UK for a lot of those boxes, but we do have some other price drops from the December 15th listing. Looks like it's gone from $700 originally down to $420, and now it's listed at $375. And then we do have one that looks like it was at $425 and now is up to $499. So I think there's some people testing the market, and just overall, I would say that there seems to be a lot of that going on. And when we get into the singles, I'll talk a little bit more about that here. So there was a private purchase of a beta booster box that one of the Discord users approached me about, just to let me know. So I did want to let the community know, and that actually went for $900 USD. So based on the previous slides, that's actually higher. So, looks like right now between 800 and 900 are the last few sales of the beta booster boxes, and with only 561 out there, and who knows how many are sealed. We'll see. We'll like to follow that number. Okay, we're going to move on to the beta singles. So I do want to remind everyone, if you watch some of my other content, you'll see some of the rarity breakdowns. But I'll try to start putting this up here when I go through some of these. As we move along, I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to list every single card that's sold, but I'll try to give broad updates and kind of show with my spreadsheet trackers what's been moving. But it is important for the viewers and for anyone getting into the scheme to understand just how many copies of these cards there are. So got down in the bottom corner there a little reminder, approximately 966 rares. So less than 1,000 rares of each beta card, and under 2,500 uncommons and under 4,000 commons. So keep that in mind when you're seeing these prices and starting to collect or purchase on your own. So some sales to note, Demon Scrolls on January 14th sold for $30. And then we had a whole bunch of other cards here sell. So we're going to go through this, and I'm going to just talk a little bit about kind of the implications here. So you see these all sold on the same date, January 18th. All the rares sold for $49, and Jalaran Waters, which is a common, sold for $17. So I get a little cautious when I see this. Either somebody came and bought them all out, which is great, or there's some shenanigans going on with the users' listings and sales, and then potentially relistings. it seems weird to me that it all happened on the same day, and the fact that this Demon Scrolls went for $30 4 days earlier and then $49. So just take it with a grain of salt, but if it is legit and someone did buy all those, I'd love for them to approach me just so I know that it's a real legit sale. But it could be somebody from Europe buying North American product who just doesn't have access to some of these singles as well. So when we look at the active singles, I see this Beta Skeleton King, kind of laughable, but who knows, maybe this sells one day. It's up for $99 still since December 1st. We've got Shoulder Throw as well as 33 other commons that I'm just not going to list up on here, and they're going for about $5.99 each, and those listed January 1st. And then we've got a whole bunch of other commons and some champions from $5.99 and $8.99 each, and then some of these other ones here, the Aura Surge going for $125. That's a common, so we'll see what happens there. And then we've got Jalaran Waters again, which I wanted to just kind of highlight because we saw that it just sold for $17. And there's Nubia as well as all the champions, Teleportation, some other commons, and then Thrust and some other uncommons. So when we look at these prices, these uncommons and commons going for $17 each. The champions going for $17. Jalaran Waters going for $17. It just seems kind of suspicious since it just sold, but maybe somebody just took the opportunity to capitalize it and list it again and see if somebody else wants another one. So when we get into Jalera, not very much. I mean, there's not a lot out there. So we've got just a reminder here. There's approximately 55 of each epic in Welcome to Jalera. Perhaps some of the rarest cards in the game besides some of the promos. And so this Lulu Korkor went for $75 on January 14th. And, that's going to be some stuff I'm going to have to update into my spreadsheets. But, this is not a very playable card for the most part from competitive meta right now, but that might change. For this to be going for $75, my assumption would be that the more playable cards would be a higher amount. But, again, until we see it happen, you're not going to put a number on it. We look at some of these active listings. We've got a whole bunch of rares here. So we've got Volcanic Eruption, Guardian of Balance, Divine Intervention, the rare Lulu Korkor, Anger the Phoenix, Battle Cry, and Foresight of the Ancients. And again, a little reminder here for the Welcome to Jalera set. There's about 443 rares in this set. So these are going for $29.99. They all came on January 14th. So these guys are all listed up for $29.99. These are rares. We've got some uncommons listed for $9. We've got a pack of 10 Anu Wolf commons for $5. So, I think there's people testing the market, seeing if they can get these $30 price points for these rares. I believe long term with Origins in the future sets, if this game takes off, the fact that there are only 443 rares could very well justify these amounts. A lot of this stuff has been reprinted and it's in Welcome to Jalera 2nd edition. So if you need these just to play with, you might want to look there. But, we'll see. I'm curious to see if these sell. So I'm going to move on to Rays here. So just a reminder with Rays, again, very low epic count, about 78 of those, approximately 628 rares. So when you're looking at these numbers and you're looking at where do I collect, what's the rarest cards, just keep that in mind. So we've got a whole bunch of listings here that I kind of wanted to just highlight here. So these are all rares, not epics. And these all sold on the same day, January 13th, for $19 each. And then we had the Olgoi Korkoi Epic that went for $75 the next day. So this is great stuff. I do want to just point out, again, is this one person buying them out, or is this something happening with listings and relistings? And the reason I bring that up is because when we go to the active listings now, we see a lot of those exact same rares, minus with the exception of this lightless Tibicina, and they're all $17 now. So they're $2 less than what they sold for. So this is either somebody trying to resell the exact same cards knowing that they just sold, or is it potentially a buyer fell through and they relisted the cards? I'm not sure. But we also have the lightless Tibicina up there, and then we have some more raised cards that I wanted to put on this second slide here. So we've got the Xiafang, which is a uncommon, listed for $7, and then we've got a few other rares which are $17 each. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the promo cards. So essentially, the promo cards are going to be very difficult to gauge. I've got a typo there. I see it. I apologize. But some of these we do not have card counts for. Right now, the gold stamp champs, I get a lot of questions about these. I believe there's more than 1,000 of them. They were printed, they're beta versions of the cards with a stamp that says 2019. And they basically, I believe, were given out when beta was given out, or not given out, but sold by LGSs. I think they were promo cards that were sent along with beta boxes that stores bought. And so a set of those is up for $181, and individual ones are for $22.66. Some other promos that are now active and listed: the Organized Play Oni. You see that one going for about $20. There's about 1,000 plus copies of that. The Full Art Patreon Epiphany, that one is going for $99, and there are 134 copies of this card. And you can find more of the promo cards on one of my previous videos, going over kind of the rarity and card count. There is the Chinese New Year Newzoo, which I do not have the card count for. I do not want to speculate. I believe there will be less than 1,000 copies of this one. I do not know the exact quantity. I'm going to try to find out, but this one is listed for $149.99. And then we have the Skycon Giant Scorpion, which we know is limited to 54 copies, and this one is going for $620. So I did want to kind of go through some of the singles that are on another source that I use right now, just because Dragon World has had a lot of singles coming and going through there. I do want to disclaim the Dragon World content you're seeing and about to see, that I don't know if they've had listings on their website that they've pulled off and repriced, or if they're just slowly releasing inventory. But some of the stuff looked sold out, and now we see a lot of this stuff relisted. So either they're buying collections off people and relisting cards, or they've just been holding quantities back, or they've just been pulling stuff down, and the community and market has maybe seen that as a sale. So I apologize. I don't necessarily think that they have to come out and tell us what they're doing, but the fact that there are sales happening in the community I hear about and see online, these prices, if they start selling at these, is kind of maybe setting a new floor for some of these cards. But there is no new alpha added to their site. We do still have the Rain of Arrows from Alpha 2018. And everything here in the yellow has been added to the website. The commons, there's various commons up there. They're ranging from $1 to $6, I believe. And I think some of those may have been increased in price. The uncommons, we see Death's Companion at $20 and some others from $7 to $10. The quantity of each is significantly down from where it has been in the past for all of those cards. And then when we get to the rares, there's a lot that have been relisted, so you can read the list there, and I can rhyme them all off. But essentially, the Angel, $70. We've got Baruch, $55. Even some of the lower played rares, like the Libraries of Sahas, Demon's Rage, Primordial Force, Purifying Wave, $40. So it looks like we may have a new floor from Dragon World of their rare selling price of $40. And all of these prices are in Canadian that are on Dragon World. So if you are looking to purchase anything from them, you can feel free to use my coupon code there, Shockwave. You will save 5%. And keep an eye out for when they have better sales that are usually 15, 20, 25% off. When we move into Welcome to Jalera, we see some epics have been re-added. So either they accumulated some more and put them up again, or some of the ones that were pulled down are back up. Regardless, there's not very many. There's the High Dualis, Lulu Korkor, Purifying Wave, Guardian of Balance, and Primordial Force. And they're all right in that $100 range. So, which is in line with the $75 USD listing that was sold. So there's a lot of different rares up there. 27 different rares from the set, ranging from $11.75 to $30. So I believe there was 36 rares maybe in that set. So 3/4 of the rares they've got at least one copy of. And then the uncommons and commons, they vary, but you can go on their website and see they're ranging up to about $5 each. When we look at Rays, there are no epics for Rays on their site, and there's about 21 different rares ranging from $9 to $20. And then we've got some uncommons and uncommons ranging up to $3. You will notice that certain full art champions are very hard to find for some of those two sets. And so, if you want to get one of every copy of everything, especially the champions, maybe get them before it gets too crazy. Like getting them for $2 or $3 is nice, but I don't know, if these things start to go up to like $10, $20, it's going to be annoying to try to, collect a set of those. When we move on to the promos, there's a lot up there. Dragon World probably has the best selection of singles online and definitely the promo cards, but the highlights I kind of wanted to go over, we've got the foil champions. They've got 24 different ones of those, so between $100 to $150 each. The 1 of 4 Sky Dragon, $6,000. The Bolt Shot Future League, one of, I believe, 8 copies, I think, or something like that. $1,200. Vampiric Kiss, 3-year anniversary card. Giant Scorpions, yada yada. So take a look on their website if you want and see what's there. And I think that's pretty much the update for this week. I'm going to start updating the spreadsheets a little bit more and really focusing on keeping guaranteed sale prices on there and the last sold dates, because I want to start tracking that for myself and the community. And please feel free to subscribe and leave some comments, and more than happy to talk with you guys on Discord. Thanks a lot.